Look up. Every point of light you see is a story, a history written in fire. Each star, a forge where the very matter of life was born. And here's the astonishing truth. You are part of that story. Every atom in your body was once inside a star. You are, quite literally, made of stars. Billions of years before you took your first breath, before Earth even existed, there was only the void and light. In the earliest moments after the Big Bang, the universe was a storm of raw energy. From that chaos, the first elements formed, hydrogen and helium, the simplest building blocks. But life, and you, require more than that. You need carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, iron, elements that didn't exist yet. These heavier elements were created in the heart of stars, massive furnaces burning at millions of degrees. Inside these stellar cores, nuclear fusion bound lighter atoms together into heavier ones. Carbon, oxygen, silicon, and deep within the hearts of the largest stars, iron, the lifeblood of your red blood cells, was forged. When these massive stars reached the end of their lives, they collapsed and exploded in titanic blasts called supernovae, scattering their enriched contents across space. Those elemental gifts drifted through the cosmos, mingling with clouds of gas and dust, the raw material for new stars, new planets, and, eventually, you. Around 4.6 billion years ago, in a quiet arm of the Milky Way galaxy, one of these clouds began to collapse under its own gravity. It spun faster, flattening into a disk. At its center, our sun ignited, another in a long lineage of stars. Around it, in the debris of that cosmic creation, tiny grains of stardust clumped together. They grew into rocks, then into planetesimals, and finally into full planets. Earth was one of these, a sphere of rock, metal, and water, laced with elements made in long-dead stars. Your calcium? Born in an ancient star's heart. The oxygen in your lungs? Forged in a stellar furnace. The iron in your blood? Made in a dying giant's last breath. Every cell in your body carries the heritage of that ancient creation. We don't just share matter with the universe, we share its patterns. Look at the cosmic web, the vast structure of the universe. Galaxies stretch in filaments and clusters, connected by invisible threads of dark matter. Now, look at neurons in your brain. Millions of branching pathways, each carrying signals like galaxies carrying light. Our DNA spirals like the arms of galaxies. The branching of our lungs mirrors the branching of rivers and the structures of nebulae. Even the way our blood vessels spread through our bodies echoes the shape of lightning, the veins of leaves, and the swirling clouds of gas in deep space. We are not just made of the same ingredients as the stars. We are shaped by the same rules of beauty and order. When you look at the night sky, you're not just seeing stars, you're seeing the past. Light travels at a finite speed. What you see is history. The light from the sun took 8 minutes to reach you. The light from some stars began its journey before the first humans walked the earth. And yet, that light has touched you. It enters your eyes, strikes the delicate rods and cones of your retina, and becomes part of your perception, your thoughts, your memories. The photons you catch tonight began their journey before you were born, carrying a silent message. We are connected. The carbon in your cells has been on a journey longer than human history. Billions of years ago, it was part of a cloud of gas drifting through the Milky Way. That cloud passed through regions lit by exploding stars, collecting heavier elements each time. Some atoms spent eons locked inside icy comets, frozen in deep space. Others were trapped in rocky asteroids, silent travelers in the dark. When Earth formed, these wandering atoms became part of its oceans, rocks, and atmosphere, and much later, part of you. Every breath you take today might contain molecules once breathed by a Tyrannosaurus rex or a Neanderthal. The universe doesn't just give us matter, it gives us form. The branching of a river delta mirrors the branching of blood vessels. The spiral of a hurricane echoes the shape of a spiral galaxy. The cosmic web of galaxies, clusters connected by vast filaments, look strikingly like the neural network of the human brain. From the smallest scale to the largest, nature follows similar rules: growth, branching, spiraling, clustering. Even the DNA in your cells, the code for life, twists in a double helix that seems to mirror the curves of the universe's great spirals. Energy from the sun powers almost everything on Earth. Plants capture sunlight in their leaves, turning it into chemical energy. That energy passes through the food chain, into animals, into us. When you move, speak, or even think, you are releasing the energy of a star, transformed but unbroken. Inside your cells, tiny structures called mitochondria burn the fuel from your food the same way stars burn hydrogen, through controlled chemical reactions. The warmth in your skin, the light in your eyes, the beat of your heart, all are echoes of stellar fire. For most of cosmic history, the universe was silent and unaware. Stars burned and died without witnesses. Then, on a small blue world, atoms arranged themselves into life. Life evolved eyes to see, ears to hear, and minds to wonder. Now, when you look up at the night sky, the atoms in your body are looking back at the stars they came from. You are a fragment of the universe thinking about itself. Every star has a lifespan. Some, like our sun, will gently shed their outer layers, leaving behind a dense white dwarf. Others, much larger, will end in a violent supernova, scattering their elements into space. Those elements will form new clouds, birthing new stars and planets. On Earth, your body is part of a similar cycle. Cells die and are replaced. Atoms leave your body in your breath, in your skin, in the food you eat. Nothing stays forever, yet nothing is ever truly lost. The same atoms that make you today will one day become part of something or someone else. Your eyes contain tiny crystals of calcium, the same element forged in stellar cores. Your blood is red because of iron, born in a dying star's final moments. Your bones are built from carbon and oxygen, the most common elements in life and in planets. If you could zoom in far enough, you would see that the space between atoms in your body is mostly empty, just like the space between stars in a galaxy. You are not just in the universe is in you. We are the children of stars, sculpted by their deaths, illuminated by their light. And in us, the universe looks back upon itself. This is the beginning of our story, the story of the cosmos within.